Hey folks, I'm going to try and make a couple of quick little videos today for Chapter 6. The Chapter 6 covers maintaining your workbooks. So we're going to pin and unpin worksheets. We're going to copy data from one worksheet to another worksheet. We're going to use some hyperlinks and a few other things. So I'm going to get started on page 144, 145 of your textbook with pinning and unpinning. So your book tells me to open Excel. And in the instructions, I'm going to open a worksheet from or workbook from the student data files. Let me get these off of here. I was playing earlier. There we go. So I'm going to browse, go to my desktop where I have the student data files in a folder, Chapter 6's files, and I want 3 different files: AGR backhoe, AGR equipment, and AGR equipment usage. So I'll just go through that process of opening 3 files and closing 3 files at once. Alright, now if I go back to Backstage View, all of the files that I've opened or closed today should be listed here in Backstage View in the recently opened list. You can see that I had different files open last week, and they're all listed down here. And I actually have a file that I have pinned up here. When I open files of any type, they're going to be listed like this. And if I want to pin them, and pinning is something that we do for files that we want to get back to easily and quickly or often, I can simply select that push pin icon on any file. If I single click on a file, you'll see the icon. If I click the push pin, I can pin the file. So I'm going to do that with those 3 files that I've just opened. The equipment usage, and the backhoe. And right now you'll see that I have the equipment usage file for front loader, tractor, and forklift open. I'm going to open the equipment file. It has forklift, sheet 1, front loader, and tractor so far in it. Well, it shouldn't have all that. Let me get rid of that. Apparently I changed it when I played with it. It should only have sheet 1. There we go. Alright, so I want to copy some data from my other worksheet or workbook. This one would be the equipment usage. Each piece of equipment has its own sheet, and I'm going to copy those into my primary file. This one will be equipment file. I'll select the tab at the bottom of the sheet I want to copy. I'll right click. I'll select move or copy. I want to move it to the end. I want to make a copy, and here's the most important part. I want to put that into the other workbook, the equipment workbook. So to book, before, and move to end, and select OK. And now you'll notice the sheet 1 is primary, front loader is secondary. I'm going to do that with the other 2 sheets for the usage workbook that I had. Similar steps. Select tractor, move or copy, change the location to the primary file, move it to the end and make a copy, and click OK. I'm in the equipment file now. Go back one more time to the equipment usage file. Select the forklift sheet, right click, move or copy. Choose the file location will be the primary file or equipment file, move it to the end, make a copy, and click OK. Now I'm done with my secondary file, the one that just had usage in it with 3 tabs, and I can actually go in and close that up. Not necessary, but helps me to clean off my desk and keep myself straight. Alright, the next bit of this is Activity 1C, page 148, and I'm going to open the backhoe file and copy one of the sheets from it into my equipment file. So again, I'll go to File tab, I'll go to Open. It's pinned up here. All I have to do is select the backhoe file. I've only got one sheet in the backhoe file. So again, I'll right click, I'll move or copy, I'll choose where to put that new copy, which is the equipment file. I'll move it to the end, I'll create a copy and select OK. Now this one's called Sheet 1. And when I click OK, you'll notice there's already a Sheet 1. When I copy something that has a similar or same name, if it's the secondary copy, it's going to put it in parentheses. So this is number 2 of these. So I want to rename both this one and this one similarly to that to show more clarity in what it is they are going to be called. This one is the backhoe sheet. And I double clicked on the name, or you could right click and wipe across, or right click and select rename. A couple of different options. And this one we're going to be called equipment hours. And now I've got everything named like I want to and in one place instead of 4 different workbooks for me to go gather data from. Alright, so I'm going to go to the front loader sheet and I'm going to create a range for front loader total hours by selecting my data and then naming that range. I want to select B4 through E4, go to my name box, just click once in it and call it what it is. Now, your book has you capitalizing this. Cirrus will count it wrong if you don't, but you cannot put spaces into names in the name manager. Once you've put the name in as directed, let me type that again. Just press the Enter key or click the Enter button to save that name. Now, when you go to the name manager and open it, you'll see that that name is there for front loader hours. I'm going to do the same thing for B10, let's see, through E10 and give that one a unique name. This one is front loader hours in use. Press Enter. I'm going to go to my forklift tab. I'm going to select that range. I'm going to call that forklift hours. Enter. What else? I'm going to go to my tractor tab, select those hours, name that one tractor hours. Whoop. And backhoe hours. Alright, now if I come back to my name manager after I've pressed enter and look, I will have lots of different names that I've created in my name manager. If I select any of those specific names, Excel reroutes me back to where those names exist or where those ranges exist. Okay, so I've gone through and I've named all the ranges that your book instructs you to, or your directions will tell you to. And now I'm just going to use those names to create some formulas. So first thing I want to do is go back to my equipment hours, and I'm going to place the sums of those formulas up here using named ranges. So in cell C4, I'm going to type in a formula that tells me to sum, and when I do that, I have some, when I begin typing FR, I have some choices: front loader hours, front loader in use hours. I want that one, the front loader hours. Okay, double click, close your parenthesis, press enter. You'll get a calculated total based on those range names that we created. And this will be the same thing, equals the sum of FR for front loader in use, and close parenthesis, press enter. Same thing for forklift, so equals the sum of FO for forklift hours I created earlier. Close my parenthesis. Same thing, equals the sum of FOR for fork in use. Double click, close my parenthesis, press enter. Tractor hours is equal to the sum of tractor hours. If I select this little yellow icon next to it, I can open my formula bar and Excel will show it to me, or I can just double click it and that will pop up for me. Close parenthesis, enter, equals the sum of TR for tractor hours in use, close parenthesis. That's why we don't leave any spaces. If we're going to use them in a formula, Excel wants to find them with. All right, and we're ready for the last couple, and you guys have the idea. You can go ahead for that one. I'm going to stop this video here because it's 11 minutes, and then we'll pick it up adding a cell style in the next video.